Good day. This is Mr. Reyes. If you are in here, then you are in computer technology. That's what you have today. Whether it be A day, B day, whatever day it is, you have computer today. So let's just go ahead and just jump right back into what we were learning last time. So the last time, remember, we were learning about the home row, about how to put our fingers on the keyboard. Remember, our thumbs go on the space bar. Okay, and this is finger 1. This is finger 2, this is finger 3, and this is finger 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and remember we have our home row. We put them on the F. This goes on the F. This goes on the J. And then 2, 3, and 4 finger go on the buttons right next to it. Okay, so we learned about the home row. So now we're going to go up one row to the upper row. Okay, so let's go ahead and start this video already.
Keyboarding, upper row. Now that you've learned the home row keys on your keyboard, you're ready to practice using the upper row keys. This is the upper row. Begin by sitting up straight and resting your fingers on the home row key.
Okay, so they just told us right now we're going to be working with this row right here, the upper row. Last week we learned the home row. I remember we said finger 1 goes on the F and finger 1 of the right hand goes on the J. Okay, so it's still going to be the same thing. That's still going to be where our hand always goes. But now, instead of typing like this, because we're using the upper row, we're going to be going up. But we're going to be bringing our finger back down to the home row. So whenever we type, we're going to go up and then bring it right back down. Okay? So, let's go.
With finger 1 on each hand resting on the F and J touch keys. To type upper row letters, reach and press the key with the proper finger while keeping the other fingers resting on the home row keys. Then return your finger to its home row key so you'll be ready to type the next letter.
See how the fingers on the
Time
animation?
to get started. Use finger 1 on each hand
but
to
going
press
right
the
back down
R
to the home
and
row.
U keys to type what you see.
Okay, so I'm going to do everything that they said. I'm going to sit up straight. My feet are flat on the ground. I'm going to put my hands on the F and the J. F. The way you're looking at me, it's probably turned around, but remember, your left hand, this is my left hand. It probably looks like it's on the right to you guys, but this is my left hand. It's going to go, finger 1 of my left hand is going to go on the F, and the other fingers are going to go on the button next to them. This is finger 1 of my right hand, and that's going to go on the J. So it's still going to go on the home row, but now we're just going to reach over, stretch out the finger a little bit to reach the R and the U. Okay, so I'm gonna get started on this. Oh, see, I messed up. It's alright. It's alright. You can mess up. That's why we're here. We're here to practice.
You are super. To type E's and I's, keep your number 1 fingers on the touch keys and use your number 2 fingers to reach and press the E and I keys. Use finger 2 on each hand to type E's and I's.
Finger 2. So now, first we were going R and U with finger 1. Now we're going E and I with finger 2. Sitting up straight, put my hands in the home row, and let's go.
Terrific! Now use finger 3 on each hand to type W's and O's.
So we went finger 1, we did finger 2, now we're moving to finger 3. That's going to be with our W and O. Okay, so that's W, W, W.
Wow, wonderful work! Use finger 4 on each hand to type Q's
Now
and
we're going
P's.
finger 4. We did 1, we did 2, we did 3. Now we're on finger 4. Those are going to be the pinkies. Okay, so let's go.
Quality typing.
Okay, so remember, whenever you do this, take your time. I'm going a little faster because I've already done this stuff.
Practice all the
right?
upper row keys you've learned so
But
far.
when you do it,
Use the proper fingers to type what you see on the screen.
But when you do it, I want you to go a little slow. I'd rather you get more accurate than you be fast. Because if you rush through it and you do it fast, then you're just going to have a lot of mistakes. Let's go slow and let's not have many mistakes. And then the more you do, the faster you get. Okay? So now we're using a combination of all your fingers. All right? So I'm sitting up straight. Got my feet on the ground, hand in ready position, and let's go.
Awesome! Each row also has two middle keys. The middle keys on the upper row are T and Y. You press the T key with finger 1 on your left hand, and you press the Y key with finger 1 on your right hand. After you type a T or Y, move your finger back to rest on the touch key. Use finger 1 on each hand to type T's and Y's.
Okay. So, just like on the home row, remember in the home row, if we have our finger 1 at F and finger 1 of the other hand on J, that means the G and the H have nothing on them. But remember, all we would do was just move our finger 1 over to type G and H. What's going to be the same it's going to be the exact same thing on the upper row. Okay? You're going to move your T and the Y. Those are going to be your two letters in the middle. So let's go ahead and go.
Way to go! Use finger 1 on each hand to type the upper row middle keys and the home row touch keys.
Okay, so now we're going to do a little bit of all of them. Okay, so we got, okay, T, F, Y, space, J,
Nifty job. Now practice using all the upper row keys.
Okay, so now we're going to use all the upper row keys. So let's go.
Spectacular. Now practice using all the upper row and home row keys.
Okay, so now we're using all of the home row, what we learned last week, and all of the upper row. Those two rows, we're using those letters for this drill. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started.
Sensational.
Remember, I said when you guys do it, don't rush through it. I'm older, I've been typing a little bit longer, so I'm going to do it a little faster. But remember, the more you practice, the faster you get, okay?
Now that you know all the letters on the home row and the upper row, it's time to play You versus Kangaroo. Race the kangaroo to the finish line by typing as fast as you can.
So, it's
Good
me
luck.
versus the kangaroo.
Click a level.
So, I don't know, should I go medium or hard? Let's go, I'm feeling kind of brave. So let's go ahead and try the hard. Okay.
Click a kid.
And I'm gonna go with her.
Click start to go to the track.
Okay, so now we're going to the track.
Ready, type.
Let's do it, go. I barely beat the kangaroo.
You win. Here's your fabulous prize from Down Under. Congratulations. You learned to type all the letters in the upper row. Keep up the good work.
Okay, so we learned about the upper row. Okay, we learned about the upper row today. So what I want you to do is I want you to log into your learning.com. I will show you how to get there. Give me 1 second. Now we are going to get you into learning.com. I showed this kind of towards the beginning of the year, but I'm sure some of y'all probably never saw it. So what we're gonna do is you're gonna go to your Clever. You can go to your hub. If you go to your hub and you go to your digital resources at the top, it'll bring you to Clever. Okay, I know you guys have seen this screen before. You have one that looks exactly like this with all these different apps and programs. Okay, so you are going to go to the learning.com app. So you're gonna scroll and you're gonna look for it. This is what mine looks like. My learning.com looks like this. Your learning.com is gonna look a little different. It's gonna be pink, and there's gonna be a girl with big poofy hair on it, but it'll still say learning.com. But when I do find this, what I'm gonna do is, you notice you see this heart pops up, I'm gonna go ahead and click on this heart. Okay, I'm gonna click on the heart, so whenever it does, it goes to my favorites up here. Okay, so I'm gonna click on learning.com, and then I'm going to log in. Yours is going to look a little different. Look, the way your learning.com app is going to look, it's going to have this girl on it just like this, and it's going to be pink in the background. Okay, so I'm going to log in. I'm going to get logged in, and hold on. Okay, so then once you get logged in, you're going to see that yours isn't going to look like the way mine looks. Yours is going to look almost like a game board, and you'll see like a trail, and it'll have like little squares on it, and it'll say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They'll be numbered. Okay, so what I want you to do is I want you to go and hover over the square. When you hover over the square, it'll tell you keyboarding upper row. Okay, and then you just click play, and it'll take you exactly to this, what we just did. Okay, and then you can do the exercises as well on there. If you haven't gone and done the keyboarding home row, then I would suggest go back and work on the home row. You can tell if you've done it, because if your square doesn't have the little stars at the bottom, that means you haven't done it yet. Okay, so if you haven't done the home row, I would suggest go back and do the home row first, and then do all these the squares next to it. So this will be like the square, and then this will be the next square after it, and then the next square after it, next square after it, next square after it, next square after it, another one, and then it'll be the upper row. They're all pretty fast. They don't take a lot of time, so you can easily do this. And I mean, you're learning the keyboard and stuff. Okay, so that's what our lesson is for this week. Okay, we're focusing on the upper row and incorporating the upper row with the home row. Okay, and then next week we're going to work on the bottom row, and then incorporating the bottom row with the middle row, or the home row rather, and then using the whole keyboard. Okay, so you guys go ahead and do this. You can also do it on your own time as well. Okay, so that is the end of our lesson for today. Be safe, listen to your teacher, and I'll see you guys next time. Okay, bye.